have to agree a bit with that because Black Myth Wukong was my game of the year, so I was a bit upset about Astrobot coming out of nowhere at the end of the year, and then suddenly taking what was going to be a easy sweep for Black Myth Wukong. So I agree with them. I'm just like, wait. You're telling me Black Myth Wukong lost to basically what amounted to a kid's game? I don't know if I can accept that. I'm not gonna lie. Right. Because Astrobot is a PlayStation kind of thing. So that brings me to my next point. How? How did it get Game of the Year and it's only on PlayStation? What the hell? I think it's probably because most people like in America, probably have more PlayStations than they do Xboxes. And so, the game that they were getting for their kids just so happened to be a game that was popular. It was getting traction as soon as it came out, and because of that, they said, "Oh yeah, we should start considering this the game of the year because of how much traction it's getting right now." And a lot of people don't really like to look at the logical, form of explanation for things. They just want to look at what they wanted, and if they didn't get what they wanted, then they're not happy. I mean, that's just how things work. If everyone could look for the logical perspective in everything, the world would be a much more peaceful and, less eventful place. But people's opinions will always be people's opinions, and they will differ. Yeah, and when people don't realize the small things you don't really hear about, those are just as important. Game of the Year isn't everything, you know? Game of the Year is just what people come there for. And also reveals that for games and stuff, for the next year. Because Game Awards is also for revealing stuff that is to come. But all those awards going up to when they finally reveal the Game of the Year are just as important. Yeah. I can tell they went hard for this game. Because there's no way it could capture people's hearts like this, and it's something they didn't work on for a while. That's like 5 years of work in the making right there. 5 years of work and they did this good? Yeah. They needed some other companies need to take notes of what they're doing. Because they're spending all their time and resources on, actually perfecting and polishing the game. Meanwhile, other people are just trying to, catch up with other people, releasing their stuff and just... It's more like other companies are prioritizing quantity over quality nowadays. And I think that's what's really, causing the game industry to decrease or go down in quality, because people aren't really making games for fun anymore. They're just making games so they can make money, and that's not really something that's the point of games. Games are supposed to be fun. You're not supposed to care about making money from them. I mean, that's obviously an important part of it, but it's not the main part of it. God damn. Yeah, I can see that's why they're that's why they're delaying GTA 6, because they're so afraid that all the anticipation and all the hype won't live up to what they actually have to give. And so that makes sense. I mean, they need to take as much time as they need to make sure that the hype isn't, unfounded. Make sure that they're actually living up to their fans' expectations, so that, they don't have to worry about disappointing everybody. And honestly, I feel like all companies need to do that. Yeah. Freaking Activision is a perfect example. Call of Duty has just gotten progressively worse over the years, and I used to be a Call of Duty player. That is incredibly sad to me. Yeah, because indie studios don't have any really, expectations they need to live up to. And they don't get as much attention as all these AAA studios do. That's the thing about AAA studios. they want to keep the popularity that they get from the games they make, so they want to like try and make more games as fast as possible so that they can not disappoint their fans. But I honestly think that's what's causing them to deteriorate and get worse over time. Yeah, No Man's Sky, I've heard about that too. When like the game came out, it was like really bad, and then now, like a couple years later, the game's gotten so many updates that it's not even it can't even be compared to what it was when it first dropped. But not everyone's like that. Not everybody has that opportunity to like reflect on themselves and grow. So, and I feel like even some companies who do feel like some of their who or can notice that some of their products aren't doing the best, still refuse to like change what they're doing. And that's also the thing that's holding us all back. And if it doesn't work, you need to probably figure something else out, but not everybody likes to think like that. Yeah, I don't even know anything about Starfield anymore. I've heard people were like anticipating that game. It came out and instantly died, like in terms of popularity. Instantly, no one talked about it anymore because it was not what they were expecting it to be. They were expecting it to be like No Man's Sky but better. But No Man's Sky literally got the update that they had that made them they gave them the edge over them, and instantly they went down the gutter. Yeah, that's the thing. Fallout, they cooked, but with some other games, they didn't cook as much. And even some versions of Fall that came out after that didn't cook as much because they were trying to do too much. They know what they're doing with this too. Like, if I jump too high, I get hit by the spikes. And if I jump too low, I'll be too low before I can even dash to get over to the other side. So stupid. This is such a mind game they're playing with me right now. And look at my health. I'm so scared that I'll have to like go back that I don't even want to try to attempt this. Bro, I almost just messed up. Yo, okay, I got it though. Whatever this is. What is this? Focusing soul. Emit a spore cloud that will slowly damage enemies. Just a mobile gas chamber? Oh my god, why'd you have to phrase it like that? What the hell? It's not really mobile because I have to be stationary when I charge. But I'm sure the next time I start streaming this, I'll be on a boss fight or something. Maybe, but I don't want to make any promises. It's supposed to be like fungus and whatnot, but I feel like it won't smell that bad. But maybe it does, I don't know. Maybe it smells like fungus for real. Ooh. How good it looks, you'd think it wouldn't smell bad, right? Alright. Okay guys, I think that's it for right now. So, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna edit this, and I'll see you all tomorrow.